Hey guys, it's Rachel Youngson here from usepLR.com and WholeFoodPLR.com. We are wrapping up our series on using PLR for social media images, and I wanted to do a walkthrough with you guys to show you just how easy it is to grab your PLR, stick it in an image, and get it out there working for you quickly. There are two ways that we can do this that I'm going to show you. The first way is much easier. It's through the Get Stencil app that we discussed. There's going to be a link to that app on this blog post if you need it. And the second way is using Canva, which is another one of my favorite tools. So first we're going to do Get Stencil. So first thing I'll do is, let's say that I've just bought this piece of PLR. It's the Paleo for Weight Loss Pack. So I will go into the bundle itself. And the first thing I would always do is check my terms of service, just to be sure that I'm completely understanding everything that I can and cannot do with this that I just bought. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the articles, because remember, I don't want to spend a lot of time here. I've got a lot of stuff I want to do. I need to change up this PLR. I need to stick a buy button on it. I have other areas of my business I want to run. So what I really just want to do is I want to come in, grab what I need, put it out there, and be done with it. So just going off the titles, we have some good ones here. We can do Welcome to Your Way of Life, How to Tweak Paleo to Lose Weight, and you can take these verbatim, or you can change them a little bit. So instead of saying How to Tweak Paleo to Lose Weight, you could say Learn the Secret of Losing Weight with Paleo, something like that. Be Successful with the Paleo Lifestyle could be How to Be Successful. Batch cooking could be Batch Cooking Paleo Style. So actually, let's go ahead and do that. Batch Cooking Paleo Style. So over here in Get Stencil, we're going to be making sure that this photos is highlighted. And we are going to we're going to look for cooking. We'll have to be careful that everything that we are using seems to be in line with the Paleo lifestyle. Otherwise, what you'll want to do is look for fruits, vegetables, that kind of thing. But no matter what you do, you want to be sure that there's no grains. You want to be sure there's nothing like sugary or anything like that that would go against the terms of living paleo, because then your readers, of course, will be wondering what you're doing. So just for the sake of speed here, we'll go ahead and select this image and see it automatically comes up. And then we will go ahead and add our text to this image. So just click Add Text. And the text will be all right. So we will make this larger, spread it out. All right, let's see, shadow, no, I'm gonna do that. Text color, I might want something in the greens, because that's where, that would kind of match up with this. Now, if I wanted to really get into this, I could use a program like GIMP and grab the color code for this color, any of these versions of this green color, and then I could match that color code over here so that it would be an exact match. But for now, we're just doing it quickly and easily. So there we go, Batch Cooking Paleo Style. And you can change your font as well if you want to. But again, we're doing this as quickly as we can, so I'm not terribly concerned with it, but you do have the ability to change your font if you want to. Right over here. So you would just click on this little drop down box. All right, so there's my image right there. We're going to download it. we will rename it right in here, which is great because not all programs allow you to do that. So we will say, well, my naming convention for all of my images is the date that I'm doing it, which is 22/18. And then I have the name, just some version of the name. And then if that's still not enough, then I'll put something in there that lets me know what type of PLR it is. So that's Paleo. We're going to do a JPEG. Everything looks good. Copy your image. Go over here, and just for the sake of what we're doing right now, we're just going to go ahead and paste this guy. Why isn't he pasted? Let's just save him as. All right. Okay, so we have a page for Whole Food PLR. So we will go over here. And because my readers are going to get really confused if they just see this image pop up in my newsfeed for no reason, I'm going to just write add a photo. I usually add hashtags. If you scroll down, it should be, here we are. And as you can see, it is perfectly sized right here. So if you took this to Instagram, it would be sized the same way. Twitter, it would go in there perfectly as well. Now, the next thing that you would do is, oh, before I show you the other way to do this, you're also going to, of course, share this however you see fit. If you use LinkedIn, Google Plus, Medium, whatever venue you use. Although if you did use Medium, I think you'd have to turn it into an article. So anyway, next thing I wanted to show you real quick with the Get Stencil is they also have these great templates. So let's say that let's say you're using this 50% off template. All right, well, this is really, really cool. But let's say that I sell, I don't know, pots and pans. There you go. So I went to the template, I picked my template, and then I pick whatever image you want to go in here. And it almost always looks beautiful. It's, you know, sometimes you may have to do a little bit of tweaking, but usually it all comes out really, really nice. And then, of course, you can change your text if you want. You know, you can change that to 100%, which would be obviously awesome. Then you would just download it, save it, just like the other one. So that's just a couple of the reasons why I love Get Stencil. And in addition, you can do quotes. They have all of these pre-written quotes, so you can just click a quote and drag it in to whatever image you're using, and you can just delete everything else. I mean, this is just, you know, it's not just super simple, but it's also great because you can do it really, really quickly, and you can do so many versions of the same image. You know, you can use the same background image and put different quotes on it, or you can use different filters or different templates to go along with each image, and it's just like the opportunities are endless when it comes to this program. So then, of course, you would just download it and upload it like we did before. So now let's go over to the other way to do this, to get your image. And, you know, of course, both ways are great. Both ways are free. However, Get Stencil has a limited free option, whereas this Pixabay Canva combination, it has a little more steps, but it's totally free. So what I would do is, since I am doing paleo for weight loss, and our theme is batch cooking, I will look up I can look up kitchen. We could use something like that. This looks good except for the pasta. Now this one you could potentially use, I can't really see everything that's in there. The pastas would have to be cut out though, so you'd have to rearrange your image when you got it into Canva so that you didn't see the pasta. And also you want to be sure that you have a lot of blank space so that you can put your text in the image. So you want to be careful with an image like this because there's not really a lot of blank space to put your text. Hang in there with me, guys. I know this is a long video, but we're almost finished, I promise you. All right, so we can just go ahead and take these tomatoes. First thing we're going to do, hey, do we have the license to use this? Yeah, Creative Commons license, free, no attribution. All right, well, then let's download this. We're going to download it. We're also going to thank this guy. Looks like I already thanked him before. All right, so now we're going to save the image as. And anytime that I make different versions of a quote or an image, I use the same naming convention, and I'll put something like a 1 at the end of it, or 2 or 3 or whatever, so that I can keep track of everything and I can find everything in one place when I search for it. Now we're going to take that image and we're going to go over here to Canva. And as you might remember, one of the things that I love most about Canva is that you can create all sorts of images. You are not just bound to social media images. So if you were creating a Facebook cover or a Google header, YouTube channel, you can do all of that from this one location. Whereas Get Stencil, I believe you have to resize it to the right portions, if I'm not mistaken. Here, though, it's super simple, super fast. But for this, we'll just go ahead and go to the social media. We're going to upload here. Upload your image, find our tomatoes, and then you'll click on that to bring it over. Now there's a few things you can do here. Canva has templates as well, so if you wanted to, you could look at their layouts and you could pick something over here that you liked. And you could go from there. Now, not all of these are free. Most of them are, but there are paid ones too. So you have to really kind of be careful and take a look over at this lower right-hand side when you're picking anything. Or you can just do it from scratch like this. If you choose to do it from scratch, you would grab text, add. Well, it looks like they added some new options here. Okay, so we will do and then this little bit down here gets removed. We're going to add a filter here because we want to make the wording stand out. see what that looks like. Okay. I don't really, let's see if I can get those tomatoes out of the background. There you go. So I'll keep, I just have one in the background, I have one in the foreground. Move this up. Now I want to change this text a little bit. Let's see. Oh, that does not look great. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go for something like super easy. The trusted old, where is it? Well, I'm lying because obviously I can't find it. So let's just go for this one. Okay, now maybe we want to spread that out. Maybe we want to change the size of the wording. Maybe we want to make it bold. And we can use white as the color so that it will kind of stand out a little bit. You could also use red or a version of green, but because this background is a little bit on the darker side, that's why I chose to use something that makes it kind of pop a little bit. Normally I don't like total white against a backsplash like this, but you know, we're doing this to get content out quickly. We're not doing this, we don't want to spend a lot of time here. So then we'll just download. Now here's the thing about Canva. Get Stencil allows you to rename your image right there when you download. Canva does not. So you will download it and then you all do a copy and a paste. But you're going to want this to be the same as this. So what I'll do is I'll rename this, but I'm not actually renaming it. I'm just copying it. And then I will rename this guy, and I will put paste, and I will put like an F or something at the end so that that tells me when I'm going through things, hey, that's the final version. And then again, you will just go over to Facebook, and you will, let's just pick, let's do the same quote. So that way we can do this a little bit faster. We'll go over to Rachel Youngson, which is another one of our pages, and first thing we'll do is add the photo. There you go, perfectly sized. And again, if you put this on Instagram, Twitter, it'll all come out the same way. It'll all come out nice and you know, correctly sized. So I am Rachel Youngson from PLR.com and WholeFoodPLR.com. And even though I know this video is super long, we did just go from start to finish, grabbing your PLR, throwing it on a social media image that is royalty free, and going about your day. So have a good one, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know.